Hello, all of you. Here we begin with the third class for final accounts of sole proprietors. Now we know what is the format of the trading account, the P&L account, the balance sheet, and yesterday we have started working out few adjustments. If adjustments are given below the trial balance, you should give two effects. Yes. If the adjustment is given in the trial balance, means one effect is already given. Like yesterday, we took adjustments for depreciation. Okay. So what adjustment have we taken for depreciation? Journal entry. Depreciation debit. It's an expense. Asset credit. So in the balance sheet, asset may say credit the depreciation and depreciation you debit in the P&L account. This we have seen yesterday. Suppose depreciation is appearing inside the trial balance. That means what? Already depreciation to machinery. Entry is passed. Machinery is already credited. You just have to debit the depreciation in the P&L account. So like this, we have worked out so many adjustments yesterday. Are they clear to you? Closing stock. Where do you write prepaid expenses? On the asset side. Outstanding expenses on the liability side. Income which is received in advance, liability. Income receivable or accrued, due but not received, asset side. So like this, you have to plan and do. Okay? Just plan that adjustment in your mind and give two correct effects while preparing the final accounts. Right now, I'm starting with, I told you, the pumping heart of the final accounts is adjustments for bad debt, provision for doubtful debts, provision for discount on data. To our debtors who are good, do we give discount? Yes. Bad debts are those debtors who did not pay. And provision for bad and doubtful debts is debtors are good, but we make some provision to cover up the future risk. So these are the names of the terms. I'll introduce the concept now with some nice problems also. One second, not this. Okay. Yesterday we have done till 16th problem. Yeah, let us do now bad debt. What do you mean by bad debts? These are those debtors, they are not good. We have sold the goods, debtors to sale, and they did not pay us the money. So they are bad debt. Bad debt refer to the amount due from the customer to whom goods have been sold on credit. Okay? So bad debt account debit to debtors. Yes. I hope you all are getting. Datas में से कम करेंगे and bad debt is like those datas who are not going to pay. So no point holding on. We will write off. X data 5,000 has become insolvent and nothing could be recovered. Many times in the exam they say 60% is recovered, 40% is recovered. Then take accordingly. Datas including Mr. X appears at 2,05,000. Accounting year, past journal entry and show how these items will appear. Very simple. If 5,000 is bad debt, I am like, shouting and saying 2,05,000 I have to receive from my data. I have to receive from my data. But now I'm not going to receive 2,05,000. So that many data, should I reduce or not? Answer is yes. So what entry we are going to pass for that? Yes, we will pass the entry. Let us record. 17. These are all adjustments. 17th adjustment in your notebook. Write down. 17th problem and the concept of bad debt. I hope you all know bad debt. नाम से ही पता चल रहा है. Bad debt. Bad data are there. So what is the journal entry? You're going to record bad debt account debit to debtors. Bad debt account debit to debtors. How many are bad debt? 5,000, 5,000. Right? Now, what is the effect? In P&L account, debit side, you will write 5,000 to bad debt. Debit side of the P&L account, you will take to bad debt. And datas, you will show it like this. Datas are actually 2,05,000, but out of that, 5,000 are bad debt which you are not going to receive. So now your good data which you are going to receive is 2 lakhs. 2 lakhs. Yes? Easy or not? Bad debt is a loss permanently. You are not going to receive. So data's credit and P&L debit. So data से कम कर दो, P&L को debit कर लो. Now show correct data to your viewers of the balance sheet, 2 lakh rupees. Okay, right. How entries passed when bad debt is recovered, that also I'll show you. Yes. At least for this now we should write a very nice entry also. I don't know whether I have covered it here or not. If not, I want to talk. Okay. Write down the next concept in the same problem. Same example. Write down the next concept. Concept of bad debt recovered. Let us say our data's name is Mahesh. Write down. When just an example I'm giving. When goods are sold. Yeah, please write all these are concepts. So write it nicely. When goods are sold. When goods are sold to Mahesh. Just an example I am taking. Party to sales. Mahesh account debit to sales 5,000, 5,000. Mahesh account debit to sales 5,000, 5,000. Next. Mahesh account debit to sales 5,000, 5,000. Next, I came to know that Mahesh is insolvent and he's just going to pay 10% money. I'm just giving some concept on my own. When Mahesh paid 10% in full settlement and he's saying, bye-bye, I don't have money, jo karna hai kar lo. I'll just pay you 500 rupees. So, bank account debit 500, bad debt account debit 4,500 to Mahesh 5,000. अब बोलो क्लियर है या नहीं? So Mahesh account was debit. Mahesh, you have to pay 5,000. Now Mahesh paid only 500. Remaining we wrote off as bad debt loss, and Mahesh account is closed. Everyone is clear with two entries. When goods are sold, Mahesh to sale. When Mahesh paid 10% bank to bad debt to Mahesh. Now third entry. When Mahesh gave rupees 4,500 after 2 years. Like these concepts, I have made many videos in the YouTube also to explain these small concepts of bad debt recovered. So for repeated watching, you can watch it in the YouTube also. CA Foundation playlist, click here, so you will get it. Huh? Okay. When Mahesh gave rupees 4,500 after 2 years. After 2 years, I met Mahesh somewhere in the function. And he said, ma'am, 4,500. I said, Arey, jane do, I put it in bed debt and it's a loss for me. He is saying, no, ma'am, karmic account goes. I have taken 4,500 goods. I should pay you. So he paid me 4,500. Now what entry I am recording, isko 5-star Kit Kat khilao. This comes in exam. Bed debt is recovered back. What entry I will do? Bank account debit because 4,500 is coming. Now, even though 4,500 is coming from Mahesh, should I credit Mahesh account? No. His account is already credited here and closed. So, can I write this as bed debts recovered as income? Like bed debt is expense, can I write bed debt recovered as income and take it in my P&L account credit side as income? Because I have debited bed debt as loss. Now, students generally pass the entry bank account debit to Mahesh. Why will you again credit Mahesh account? Are you going to pay him back? Already Mahesh account is debited and credited. ये रहा, ये हो गया, ये भी हो गया, तो done. Now when 4,500 is received, bank account debit to bed debts recovered. Now tell me, is the bed debt and bed debt recovered both the concept clear to you or not? We should have written all these concepts in the booster notes. I really missed it. तो आप exam के पहले भी पढ़ सकते थे. Once if you write no, it will be a very good practice also for yourself. ठीक है? चलो. Now we will go for next concept, that is provision for bad and doubtful debts. You know, I know that data में से कुछ ना कुछ bad होंगे. कितने मुझे नहीं मालूम. तो I will make a provision. Just tentatively I'll make a provision. ठीक है? चलो. A provision for doubtful debt refers to provisions created to cover the loss. Provision is always created on datas minus bad debt. Datas minus which are 100% bad debt out of 2,05,000. 5,000 तो bad debt ही हो गया. उसके ऊपर और क्या provision create करोगे? So after the bad debt only, whatever are the good datas, on that you should do the provision. What is the journal entry for making any provision? It's an expense. Amount is not clear, so on estimate basis we make a provision. P&L account debit to provision for doubtful debts. Show on the asset side by way of deduction from the amount of sundry datas. Show on the asset side by way of deduction from the amount of the datas. Now provision for datas refer to provision created to provide for discount, like provide for discount likely to be allowed on datas. अच्छा, डिस्काउंट भी दिया है आपको. डिस्काउंट तो आप कैसे दोगे? डेटास में से बेड डेट और प्रोविजन निकालने के बाद जो गुड डेटास हैं उन्हीं को आप डिस्काउंट दोगे. या सो दिस इज अ नाइस प्रॉब्लम, बट बिफोर आई टेक दिस डायरेक्टली आई वांट टू टेक सम प्रॉब्लम ऑन माय ओन. ओके, कंटिन्यू विथ योर नोटबुक्स. सेम एग्जाम्पल नंबर अभी हमने किया ना बेड डेट से रिलेटेड. Problem number 17th we have done, no? So now what I want to say, write down. Concept of provision for doubtful debts. Concept of provision for doubtful debts. In problem number 17, let's take 10% provision. अगर करना है तो कैसे करेंगे? What were the data in the 17th problem? 2,05,000 minus bad debt. I'm giving you some vertical analysis, very useful. 5,000 is तो actual डूब गए, महेश ने आपको पैसे दिए ही नहीं, तो what are the balance data? 2 lakh. Now if you have to make ये 2 lakh में से भी doubt है, कुछ ना कुछ will come or not. So provision for doubtful debts, 20,000 you will create here. Provision for doubtful debts, 20,000 out of the 2 lakhs you will create. I hope you are getting 10% on the data after the bad debt. 5,000 is those data which is already डूब गए पैसे, it's gone, lost. So what are your balance data? 2 lakh. In that 10% you are doubtful, so you make a provision. Now what is the balance data? 1,80,000. Now suppose you have to make 5% provision for discount on data. Out of 180 data, some may ask you last moment discount. Sir, we will pay you on time, before time. One time payment कर देंगे, थोड़ा और discount दो. So 5% we want to make a discount. So on what we will make a discount of 5%? Balance data after the provision. Why I will not make 5% on 20,000? 20,000 I am doubtful. मिलेगा या नहीं मिलेगा. So I will make provision for discount on data 9,000. That is 5% on balance data. And now the balance data is 1,71,000. 1,71,000. Nice and clear to all of you. Please write this in the format और इसको अपने दिमाग में बिठाओ. This is just an example I've given you all on my own. Out of data, first you minus the bad debt because they are lost. Out of 2 lakh, you're doubtful 10% will come or not. So you will make a provision. Now balance 180, 5% you give the discount. So discount will never be on 10 lakh. Discount is, you can write provision for discount on data. You can write here. Always on good data. अच्छे वाले डेटास को ही हम डिस्काउंट देंगे ना, लॉजिकली सबको थोड़ी देंगे, राइट? Finished writing? Yeah. Ask if you have any doubt. Otherwise, I am taking one problem where opening, closing, all the provisions are also given. Discount is also given, and then how to pass journal entries and how to adjust it should be all clear to all of you. ठीक है? डिस्काउंट ऑन डेटा का कॉन्सेप्ट समझ में आया ना आप सबको? चलो, we'll do 18th problem, and before that let us read the next theory. Discount on data refers to provision for discount which is likely to be created. P&L account debit to discount on data. Following are the extracts from the trial balance of a firm as on 31st of March. Data, provision for doubtful debts, provision for discount, already दिया है आपको. Bad debt is given, Actual discount. So, you make provision for bad and doubtful debts. If you have a provision, can you adjust bad debts against that? Answer is yes. Already in trial balance, 3,000 is the bad debt, or 4,000 bad debt दिया or additional discount दिया और 10% provision भी करना है. Pass the journal entries and show how relevant items will appear in the balance sheet. Star mark this 18th problem as very, very important. Very important. Mark it and let us do it. Check please before we start the format is clear or not. From the data you minus the bad debt. Now whatever are data in that you do provision for bad and doubtful debts. वो भी करने के बाद now you give the discount. ठीक है? All right. चलो problem number 18. So they have given all the ledgers. Shall we prepare first ledgers only or shall we write the journal entry? और bad debt है, additional bad debt. वो तो प्रोवाइड करना पड़ेगा और डिस्काउंट भी है वो भी प्रोवाइड करना पड़ेगा. वैसे we should write the journal entries first. They have asked and then make the ledgers. But can we make the ledgers for our understanding? Chalo, all 5 ledgers we will make. Just one liners these are. I am making it left and right to save the space. You can do it as you wish. एक के नीचे एक. चलो छोटे छोटे ledgers, 2 lines. Left hand side, particulars amount. This is my data's ledger. First, data's ledger. Opening balance. 2,05,000. Then we have provision for doubtful debts. And we have bad debt also. After this, we will make bad debt account. How much is already there in bad debt? 3,000. Are you checking the problem or not? 18th problem. Bad debt is 3,000. This side, I'm making, you make it below, एक के नीचे एक बनाओ, discount. Already you have discount में balance 1,000. Provision for doubtful debts. Just open the ledgers as they are. So we are preparing the ledgers for data, for bad debt, for provision, for discount. Ma'am, so much will come in one problem. Answer is no, dear students. Out of this, either discount on data will be there or bad debt. But just to explain, I am taking. Now they said additional bad debt is there. 4,000. Already you have bad debt. Already you have bed debt 3,000. Now additional bed debt. Whenever bed debt is there, what is the journal entry? Journal entry in your mind. अभी तो loudly बोलो क्योंकि हम डिस्कस कर रहे हैं. डेटास को कम कर दो 4,000 और बेड डेट को डेबिट करो. बेड डेट को डेबिट करो, डेटास को कम कर दो 4,000 से, बिकॉज मोर ऑफ बेड डेट इज देयर. 1,000 more you have given discount also. Reduce the datas. Discount. Already discount is there 1,000. 1,000 more discount you have given to datas. 1,000 more discount you have given to datas. Now, okay. So now we have datas how much? We have datas 2 lakhs. Okay. And this bed debt, listen all of you, generally bed debt is transferred to P&L account. But this time you have already made provision for doubtful debts. So you transfer there. Provision for doubtful debts. 7,000. यहाँ transfer करो bed debt. I hope you all are getting what I am doing. 7,000 bed debt, generally you transfer to P&L account. But if provision for doubtful debts is there, transfer there. So that you can say, we have made a provision of 10,000, but then actual bed debt is 7,000. And now closing provision. How much is required? Closing provision is required. How much? How much are your datas? 2,05,000. Look at the data's account. Out of that 5,000 to get. So closing balance of your datas is 2 lakhs. And provision for doubtful debts closing is required 10%. 2 lakh into 10%, 20,000. So balancing figure we will transfer to P&L account. 17,000. Balancing figure we will transfer to P&L account 17,000. Aram se karo. Bed debt is normally transferred to P&L, but if you have a provision, you can say provision to 10 kiya, but bed debt were only 7. So 3,000 opening provision is there. And closing you need 20,000. 3 is already there. So how much more you will do? 17. ठीक है? Right. Next is discount. Already discount is there 2,000. Transfer it to provision for discount 2,000. 2,000. Discount generally is transferred to P&L, but if you have a provision, against that you do. Provision for discount is 2% on the datas. Now, how will you take 2%? Again, that same logic. I want all of you to write here working note 1 और यहाँ बनाओ working note 1. देखो, आपके datas थे 2,05,000 और bed debt हुए 4,000. More discount you gave 1,000. I want all of you to write. Your datas are 2 lakh. Out of that, 10% you made provision for bed debt. Now balance is 180. Now you make provision for doubt discount. 2% provision for discount on 1,80,000. Because 20,000 are doubtful, milega ki nahi, so why should I give discount to them? On 182% provision I should make. 182% provision I should make. And that is 3,600. 3,600. This is how your data's account will appear in the balance sheet. Data's is 2,05,000, but all bad debt hua or discount hua minus. Now your data's is 2 lakh, but provision you have created now, ye raha 20,000. I hope you all are writing as I am dictating. Working note 1 नहीं लिखा तो पूछो पहले. अभी I have not yet adjusted the ledgers. I have not yet written the journal entry also. All right. Now, can we come to provision for discount? Opening was 1,800. Actual discount was 2,000. Adjusted against that. Bad debt we adjust against the provision. Discount we adjust against the provision. And closing provision is required 3,600. 5,600. Balancing figure you will take to P&L account. 5,600 minus 1,800. कितना आ रहा है? 3,800. 3,800. I'll make you write the journal entries also. पहले आप ledgers check करो, कुछ doubt है तो पूछो. Generally, bad debts are at transfer to P&L. But if you have a provision, then this is something new. You can put a star mark here and here. Bad debt is transferred to provision. Then provision is saying, oh, I created 10,000, but actual was only 7. 3,000 is buffer and 20 you had to create. So only 17 you transfer to P&L account. Balancing figure you can write. Same way, discount was 1,000. I wrote more discount 1,000. Total discount 2,000. I have adjusted here against the provision. Closing is already needed 3,600. वो working में बताया आपको कैसे आएगा. So balancing figure. It's a super duper important learning in accounts. All this knowledge. We should write the journal entries and then post it in ledger. But we have made the accounts. Now can we write the journal entries? क्योंकि पूछा है. Journal entries. Read the problem. First we will pass for additional bad debt. How much is more bad debt? 1,000. How much is more discount allowed? 1,000. Bad debt is 4,000. Discount allowed is 1,000. These are actual. These are actual. So can we reduce it from the data's 5,000? Yes. Now, what is your bad debt already? 3,000. How much you have put? 4,000. Now, can you transfer bad debt to provision for Doubtful debts, this entry. Look at the screen, please, all of you. आपने ये 7,000 यहाँ ट्रांसफर किया ना, उसकी एंट्री. Provision for doubtful debts 7,000. To bad debt 7,000. Bad debt is closed. और प्रोविजन में आपने ट्रांसफर कर दिया. Now, P&L account debit to provision for bad debts. How much you have debited to P&L account provision? 17,000. So that you will write 17,000. Nice. Chalo, fourth now. Discount. Discount also you have already recorded in the trial balance 1,000 or 1,000 or dollar. So now provision for discount account debit to discount account 2,000 2,000. हाँ, डिस्काउंट अकाउंट को क्रेडिट करके जनरली वी ट्रांसफर टू P&L. Always provision for discount will not be there. I have taken all the adjustments. Then discount credit P&L debit. But अगर provision है तो adjust it. See, you have adjusted. Provision you have adjusted. And now P&L में transfer करो 3,800. P&L account debit to provision for discount on data. P&L account debit to provision for discount on data. How much you have transferred this? So automatically you will get closing balance as desired. These are the journal entries. Check all the ledgers, all the journal entries. 2 minutes, we will take a break and we will continue. Yes. Anyone wants me to repeat the whole concept? At least 10 times I have told you again, no problem. That bad debt and discount on data is generally transferred to P&L. But if you have a provision account, adjust it there. Okay? Chalo, look at these ledgers. Data was 2,05,000. More bad debt happened. So bad debt to data, discount to data. Okay? We got closing balance 2 lakh. Now, bad debt total is 7,000. Okay? Provision for doubtful debts. Okay. Next is provision for doubtful debts. Already you had 10,000. Against that, actual bad debt was 7,000. 3 were already there, 4 more, 7,000. Closing provision, you want 2 lakh data pay 10%, 20,000. Balancing figure P&L account debit to provision. Just create provision of 17. Why, ma'am? When you need 20 provision, why you are creating 17? Because 3,000 is like already there. 3,000 is already excess. No? So just create. Now, discount was 1,000. More discount happened. You gave 2,000 discount. You adjust against provision. Opening provision is 18 and the discount is 2,000. 200 short. And closing provision is required 3,600. So total 3,800 rupees you transfer. Yes? Clear to all of you? And look at this working. It is like super duper important. Your data are 2,05,000. Actual bad debt and discount you adjust it. So data are 2 lakh. 10% provision you have to make for doubtful debts. 180 which are good data, on that only you will make a provision for discount. Is this clear to all of you? Right? And journal entry, we know bad debt, discount account debit to data, provision for doubtful debts, debit to bad debt, P&L debit. So like this. Journal entries to समझ में आया ना? Whatever you have transferred, you have passed the entry. Like discount account was 2,000 credited, debit to provision. And now P&L to provision, you have to pass the journal entry. And we will apply this while solving the problem also. This was just an adjustment. I hope this was all clear. Bad debt, discount on data, provision for doubtful debts. All three go line and line. Chalo, we'll go to the next adjustment now, abnormal loss. Normal loss to all of you know in AS2 and everywhere we say it is absorbed in good units. पर अगर abnormal loss है तो क्या करेंगे? abnormal loss. So whenever there is loss, reduce that stock. See, listen all of you. This is my purchased goods. Either purchased goods I will sell or it is in closing stock. Out of purchased goods, some goods are lost in heavy rains or flood or fire or whatever. Now these purchased goods are neither sold nor they are there in stock. So should I reduce it from purchase? Yes. And put it as loss. Yes. And if the insurance company is going to give you some amount, you can adjust. With this 19th problem, it will be clear how to adjust and mark it. I told you like how important these adjustments from yesterday we are discussing. This is like same adjustments you will be doing in the inter classes also. A fire broke out in the godown and stock costing 1 lakh was destroyed. Insurance company admitted a claim of 80%. Accounting year is financial year. Purchases are 6 lakhs. So 1 lakh ka stock destroy ho gaya. 80% insurance company will pay. Remaining 20% is to your loss. Show how these items will appear in the final accounts. So first of all, what entry we should pass? 19th problem ke liye, what entry we should pass? Nineteenth problem. Yes. Let us check it. Read it with me. 1 lakh goods are destroyed. An insurance company has given you 80,000. So first, loss of stock by fire account debit 1 lakh. 2 purchases. इतना purchase कम हो जाएगा. Always this loss is at cost, never at selling price. Now against this 1 lakh, insurance company has agreed to give you 80,000. Oh, sorry, 60,000, 60%. 60,000. To loss of stock by fire, 60,000. This is the first entry, this is the second entry. Loss of stock by fire to ho gaya, 1 lakh purchase to kam ho gaya. But out of that, insurance company is going to give you 60,000. Sorry, this loss is 1 lakh. And remaining 40,000, we can put it in P&L account, bracket mein loss. It's your actual loss. No one will repay 40,000. Check how these items will appear in the trading and P&L account. You know, I'll make trading account and P&L account above the line, below the line. I'll make it now to separate. You can make it combined. Trading account. 2 purchases, 5 lakh minus abnormal loss, 1 lakh. Four lakh. $5 lakh purchase करो, minus 1,000 abnormal loss कर दो, तो बैलेंस है 4 lakh. क्लियर है या नहीं आप सबको? परचेज में से पूरा 1 lakh you will reduce. In P&L account debit side, loss by fire, you will put 40,000 because 60,000 you are going to recover, no? So in balance sheet, write down on the asset side, insurance company 60,000. और जब इंश्योरेंस कंपनी से पैसे मिल जाएंगे bank account debit to insurance company. 60,000, 60,000. 60,000, 60,000. Just write this and ask any doubts if you have. Are you clear with this abnormal loss? इतना सारा detail to make you learn, otherwise one small entry is there, you can pass. One single combined entry. Bank account debit 60,000, P&L account debit 40,000, two purchases, which is lost by 5. But this is the proper way. First, if there is a loss, you transfer it to loss and reduce the purchases. Then out of that 1,60,000 debit to insurance company because they are going to pay you. 40,000 you debit to the P&L account. Clear to all of you? Chalo. So this is the concept of abnormal loss. Normal loss is to absorbed in good units. Now these are all one-liner adjustments when goods are withdrawn by proprietor. Have we done this in the journal entries also? Answer is yes. Purchase credit करेंगे, drawings को debit करेंगे. When goods are distributed as pre-sample, credit the purchase, debit advertisement. You know, giving as sales promotion or advertisement. And sometimes if you are donating, then charity. Some of your purchased goods you are going to donate on Diwali to an orphanage. So purchase will reduce, donation debit. Purchase will reduce, drawings will debit if proprietor has taken it to home. It's a, see, now you are bifurcating into personal and business expense, capital and revenue expense. All this you have to keep in mind. Sometimes adjustment for goods used for construction. Generally, I pay wages to bank. But if I am paying wages related to this machinery or building account debit. Two purchases. Why purchases crediting? Because these goods are going out and they are being used in the building. Suppose I buy and sell timber. So my own purchase is reduced by 10,000 and this 10,000 timber I will use to make my own building. So purchase credit, building debit. If you are using your own purchases for repairs debit, purchase credit. If you are withdrawing, drawings debit, purchase credit. Clear to all of you or not? Now for all this also I can give one example, but I hope this is quite clear. Yeah, most interesting part. Abhi last December 20 exam, no? Yeah. That time they asked you this commission on profit concept. After getting the trading P&L profit, can we say to manager, you work as a chief manager and we will pay you 5% commission? Yes. Commission on profit or remuneration, such profit may either be before or after charging the commission. These adjustment classes are super duper important for all the levels of learning. In absence of any information, commission is always calculated as a percentage of net profit before charging such commission. Okay? So manager's commission debit to outstanding commission. Manager's commission debit to outstanding commission. See, if you pay commission to manager in cash bank, तो cash bank को credit करो. नहीं तो let it be a liability. Yes. Just 2-3 more adjustments and we will start with full-fledged problems for this chapter. Now solve example 20 and 28 if manager is given commission before or after. Very important concept. हाँ ये पूछते हैं बार बार एग्जाम में. Commission on the profit or remuneration is based on percentage. Now net profit is 10,500. Manager of the firm is paid 5% on the net profit. Yes, on the same net profit, he is paid 5% commission before charging such commission. Calculate the commission payable. Also show its treatment in the final accounts. And next one is same problem, but profit is 10,500. Manager is paid commission. After charging such commission, what is the profit on that? So now only difference here is before and after. Yeah, ma'am, some formula we have heard, rate in divide by 100 plus rate. Let us work it out logically. Both the problems, the data is same. Commission, A bit. Commission to manager on net profit. Before charging such commission. Before charging such commission. So what is the net profit given to you? Commission is equal to net profit into rate by 100. What is the net profit given? 10,500. So you have to charge 5% commission on profit before charging this commission. So this is profit before charging only. So 10,500 into 5%. कितना आ रहा है? 525. Just you have charged the commission before charging. Now, commission to manager on net profit after charging such commission. अब ना इसके लिए फॉर्मूला भी है लेकिन आप लॉजिक से भी कर सकते हो. कमीशन टू मैनेजर ऑन नेट प्रॉफिट आफ्टर चार्जिंग द कमीशन. अब कैसे करोगे? यू हैव टू राइट लाइक दिस. नेट प्रॉफिट बिफोर चार्जिंग कमीशन माइनस कमीशन. Net profit after charging commission. Net profit before charging the commission minus commission, net profit after charging. This time in the B bit, that is the next problem number 21, they have called it. These are all small problems. अभी देखो 5% commission you have to pay on the profit after charging the commission. So if it is 5% on the profit after charging the commission, let this be 100, this be 5. Then before charging, will it be 105? Take your time. Some of you may have done this earlier. Some of you are doing it now for the first time. So is this clear? Net profit after charging the commission is 100. Commission is 5. Net profit before charging will be 105. They said take 5% on commission. Oh, sorry, take 5% on profit after charging the commission. So 100 mein after charging the commission. So before charging the commission, it will be 105. So can we write commission is equal to net profit into rate by rate plus 100? That's what I have done. What is the net profit? 10,500. What is the rate? 5. Divide by 505. Once you have made the formula, 100, 5%, 105. Now, suppose if this is 10,500. So 105 में 5 कमीशन है 10,500 में कितना फॉर्मूला नहीं दिया या रेट अपॉन रेट प्लस 100 105 में 5 कमीशन है 10,500 में कितना सो 10,500 into 5 डिवाइड बाय 105 देखो कितना है 500 500 is the commission ऐसे लिख के देख सकते हैं and you are getting exactly the net profit after charging commission 10,000 and on that if you take 5% it is coming correct. Both the concept are clear or not? Okay, we got net 1,500. Acha hai, now you take the commission 525. Here it is 5% after charging. So before charging it will be 105. Now 105 is 10,500. 5% is kitna? Logically karo, formula lagao into rate by rate plus 100. Ma'am, when do we have to do rate by 100? When it is direct. When do you have to do rate upon rate plus 100? When it is after. और journal entry क्या होगी इसकी? Managers commission account debit. I'll put it in the P&L account. 2. Outstanding managers commission 500. Managers commission account debit 500. 2. Outstanding managers commission account. This will go to P&L account debit side as expense and I'm not paying by bank. So I will take it as current liability. Outstanding management's expense as liability. Nice, clear to all of you. Managers remuneration debit to outstanding managers. Manager, I have to pay you 500. It's a liability and it's my expense also. Like expense to outstanding expense. Kal ka class. Yes. Now moving towards the last adjustments and then we can begin some good problems. Goods in transit. Some goods I have purchased, but neither they have reached my godown and they have gone from my creditor. They are in transporter's office, but are they my goods? Yes. Did I record it as purchase? Yes. So goods in transit, goods sent on consignment, goods lying with the customer. All these are my goods lying elsewhere and they are debited to trading account. Yes, trading account को credit करेंगे, इन सबको debit करेंगे. I hope you all are getting it. Because I purchased the goods. Now I have sent it to consignee. So trading account credit and my goods are sent on consignment. Or my goods are lying with the third party. Or my goods are lying on approval basis. Goods sold on approval basis separately already done as a chapter. So there we will use it. Just some goods of 10,000 have entered, but goods have not been received. So what entry we will write for problem number 22? The screen got stuck up, huh? 1 minute. I will repeat the explanation. I don't know how much you have heard about goods in transit. Goods in transit or goods sent on consignment or stock lying with customer debit to trading account. तो ट्रेडिंग अकाउंट के क्रेडिट में लिखोगे देखो 10,000 के गुड्स है तो जर्नल एंट्री क्या पास करोगे गुड्स इन ट्रांसिट को डेबिट करो ट्रेडिंग अकाउंट को क्रेडिट करो अभी तक गुड्स मिले नहीं है इन ट्रांसिट में है एंड दिस विल गो इन द बैलेंस शीट एक काम करो नोटबुक में ही लिख लो ना इसको अच्छे से प्रॉब्लम नंबर 22 कॉन्सेप्ट ये प्रॉब्लम नंबर 22 गुड्स in transit debit rupees 10,000 to goods in transit debit to trading account. Same for goods with the consignee and goods lying with the third party and approval basis and all. Why am I crediting trading account? क्योंकि गुड्स तो नहीं है मेरे पास एंड दे आर इन ट्रांजिट सो दिस विल गो इन करंट एसेट्स इन बैलेंस शीट एंड दिस विल नाम से पता चल रहा है दिस विल गो टू द ट्रेडिंग I hope the presentation is clear. Where we will write stock, there we will write goods in transit to trading account. Okay, right. I think enough. Some more theories there, and this is for all the adjustments. One entry is there. Provision for doubtful debts. Yeah. So here we complete with all the adjustments. Just recollect how many important adjustments have you done. Outstanding, prepaid, income received in advance, income accrued but not received, abnormal loss, goods in transit, depreciation, bad debt, provision for discount on datas, provision for doubtful debts. These are all beautiful adjustments. If they are given below the trial balance, to effect. If they are given in the trial balance, then give only one effect. Is that clear to all of you? Right. So now one problem can we do combined for all the adjustments together? Just by reading the problem one by one, we can pass all the entries as they come. Yes. Give necessary journal entries if this is all given below the trial balance. It will take some time, but it will be a nice practice for all of us. For example, closing stock is given. So what entry you will pass? Closing stock account debit to trading. Trading में credit करो और closing stock balance sheet में लिखो. Salary is due but not paid. So salary account debit because it's expense. To outstanding salary, create a liability because this expense is due but you did not pay. If you pay, then salary to bank. Followed all of you? चलो इसको थोड़ा speed से करेंगे. If you have any doubt, just pause me and let me know. Otherwise, one bit you read, and we are doing 23rd problem in class. For all the combined adjustments, we are passing the journal entries. And what is the format of journal entries? Date, particulars, ledger folio, debit amount, credit amount. Date, particulars, ledger folio, debit amount, credit amount. Closing stock account debit to trading account. 10,000 and 10,000 is the closing stock. Trading account ko credit karo and closing stock you can write in the current assets. salary due but not paid. So salary is to be debited to outstanding salary account. If you paid salary to bank, if you have not paid, salary will go to the P&L account. Please write the parking for your understanding. Outstanding salary will go to the current liability. So that your mind is clear, what action you have to take in exam. Journal entry to दिमाग में pass करना. You don't have to write journal entries in a final accounts problem. Then ma'am, why we are writing now? Practice. Salary को सीधा go and debit in the P&L account. Outstanding salary. But give two effects at a time only. Third is unexpired insurance, prepaid insurance. So insurance ज़्यादा pay कर दिया है. So prepaid insurance debit, it's your current assets to insurance. Prepaid insurance debit to insurance. ठीक है? Rent received in advance. Rent is received in advance. Okay. If income is received, then bank account debit to income. But this time income is received in advance. So bank account debit to rent to already हो गया. Now if rent is received in advance, next year का भी अभी आ गया. Debit that income, rent. To rent received in advance is a liability. Rent received in advance is a liability. Rent you have received extra. Bank to rent 30,000, whereas it should be 27. So 3,000 you debit to rent and rent received in advance को credit करो. Interest due but not received. Accrued income. If you receive, bank debit. If not, interest due but not received. 600, 600. 2. Interest account. Interest is income and interest due, but if this income is received, bank to interest, but nahi mila to income due but not received debit, or you can write accrued interest also debit. Please write in bracket, easier name you can write in exam. Accrued interest to interest. Accrued interest to interest. Next, depreciation on fixed asset at the rate of 10%. Depreciation account debit to fixed assets, 60,000 का 10%. 6,000, 6,000. Bad debts to be written off. Bad debt account debit, it's a loss. Data's credit. Bad debt to be written off, 5,000. Data's को कम कर दो. Next, provision for doubtful debts you have to create. Any provision you create, entry is P&L account debit to provision. For depreciation, provision for doubtful debts, provision for income tax, कुछ भी. So P&L account debit to provision for doubtful debts. Provision for doubtful debts, 10%. 10%. Now what were your datas? 2,05,000. अब उसमें से 5,000 तो bad debt ही हो गए. So on 2,00,000, 10% provision you have to make. 20,000, 20,000. Yes. Easy. Now you create discount. P&L account debit to provision for discount on data. कितना create करोगे? 2 lakh data are there. Out of that, 20,000 are the doubtful. So on 1,80,000, 2% provision. See, there is no opening provision and closing provision. Easy. Just 5 to 7 minutes, combine all the journal entries we have passed. Check my speed. Are you able to write with me? Can you put me a message? Is everything clear? Your windows are off? No, I always say so much I miss watching आपकी ना face to face class है तो screen चलती है आपके face पे. And when I take some trainings, no, my sir say नहीं video on होना चाहिए. Then only they give the training. अब आपके वीडियोस ऑफ है तो आप बोलो provision for doubtful debts only on 2 lakh or discount on data so or 180 पे because 20,000 we are doubtful to receive, so why we will give them provision? Okay, right? That's all for all the adjustments. So now we know trading account, we know P&L, we know all the adjustments. Can we take full-fledged combined problems? पूरे final accounts के with all the adjustments. Provisions and reserves कुछ concepts है. This is all for your revision. ये table आपको revise करने के लिए add किए हुए हैं. $25th problem we'll do later. अभी हम 26th problem करेंगे. Yes. 26th problem I am doing right now. Balance sheet of Thapar is given to you. Trade payables, expenses, plant and machinery, furniture and all. Now during the year December 20. See, sometimes they are giving January to December, sometimes April to March. You have to be very careful. P&L account revealed a net profit of 15,30,000. This was after allowing for following. Interest on capital, depreciation on the plant and machinery, a provision for doubtful debts. Interest on capital देना है आपको, always on opening capital. Next is depreciation you have to provide. We know now. No need to write journal entries in exam. Journal entries, frame it in your mind and give the effect directly. Provision for doubtful debts bhi karna. While preparing the P&L, they have forgotten to take outstanding expense. Oh, so we have to add it in expense, outstanding. Prepaid insurance is also there. Current assets and current liabilities on 31st December are given ready to you. The one which are given is for January. ये तो दिसंबर के ही दे दिए हैं और ड्राइंग्स भी दिया है. You are required to prepare the final accounts. Balance sheet बनाना है means you have to prepare the final accounts. ठीक है? December figures are given down. See what balance sheet is given to you up. That is opening balance sheet. You can get capital and plant and machinery figures and all. Rest all the figures for December 20 they have given down. Okay. So can we prepare and look at the figures? There is like net profit given ready to you. थोड़े adjustments हैं, but otherwise तो net profit दिया है. So you don't have to prepare trading P&L account complete. This is the level of the problems asked in exam. Ma'am, पूरा नहीं करना है trading P&L balance sheet adjustment. No, no. I will take such problems for practice. They'll give the profit, prepare the balance sheet, or they'll just ask you trading P&L. So simple level of the problems are there. Okay. Shall we begin with this 26th problem? You just have to prepare actually the P&L balance sheet. But why you are going to prepare the P&L account? Because outstanding prepaid double effect is left, no? So we will give them in the P&L account where they have already given you net profit also ready. ठीक है? All right. चलो शुरू करते हैं. Problem number 26. ठीक है. We'll just prepare the P&L account. In fact, I call it as P&L adjustment account. Just 2-3 lines because already net profit is given ready to you. And after this, we will prepare balance sheet as at. Balance sheet as at 31/12/2020. Format banao, please. P&L account, I want to repeat 2-3 lines because trading P&L is already prepared. Net profit is given to you ready. 15,30,000. Yes. And opening capital. In the closing balance sheet, we always write opening capital in the inner column. 50 lakhs. You have to charge interest on capital. During the year, P&L revealed a net profit of 1530. This was after allowing, underline the word. मैं भी जाऊंगी problem में और I will also underline. So beautiful adjustment this is. Read the problem. This net profit is after allowing all this. Means you will give only one effect. You will not give two effect. Interest on capital is already debited in the P&L. Depreciation is like already charged. Just you have to add in interest on capital in the capital at the rate of 6%. 50 lakhs ka 6%. 50 lakhs ka 6%. 3 lakh. Depreciation on plant and machinery. Write down. Plant and machinery in the inner column, 30 lakhs, minus depreciation. Each and every concept should be crystal clear. 3 lakh. 27 lakhs. Furniture is already 3 lakh. Depreciated 5%. $2,85,000. After that, your provision for doubtful debts is there. So, सबसे पहले तो datas. Don't take opening datas. Take datas which are given down. Trade receivables, 20 lakhs. Trade receivables is given 20 lakhs. Minus you do the provision. A provision for doubtful debts 5% on the trade receivables. So debtors पे 5% provision करना है. 1 lakh. 19 lakh. ठीक है? Debtors minus the provision 5%, 19 lakhs. This is the 3 adjustments done. Now, while preparing the P&L account, they forgot to take outstanding expense. So what is the effect of outstanding expense? Expense debit to outstanding. You want me to write journal entry or it is there in your mind now? 1,80,000 expense debit to outstanding. So if you debit the expense, the profit will come down, no? So write on debit side. Outstanding expense, 1,80,000. And this side, outstanding expense, 1,80,000. Prepaid insurance, 20,000. So prepaid insurance to insurance, you're reducing the expense. So profit will increase. Prepaid insurance, profit will increase and it will come in the asset side, current assets. Prepaid insurance. His current assets and current liabilities were inventories. As it is, you write down. Inventories or stock, 14,50,000. Trade receivables, so you know. Cash, you know. 10,35,000. Trade payables, it will always come on the credit side. 11,40,000. Now check. Is anything missing? I've taken all these figures from the data below the balance sheet, not from the opening balance sheet. Now, can we get the correct profit and transfer it to net profit? Bracket mein likho, transfer to capital account. I've taught you how to write journal entries for this. So 1,73,000, sorry. This 15,30,000 and 20,000. So 15,50,000. 15,50,000 minus 1,80,000. 13,70,000. 13,70,000 is the net profit plus interest on capital plus opening capital. So what is your closing capital? और कुछ है? Outstanding, prepaid. Oh, last line of the problem, drawings is also given. Minus करो. Drawings minus करना है ना? From the capital, 6 lakhs. 60,70,000 is the capital. Check it again, all of you, write it in your book. Opening capital. See, dear students, 1 minute, रुक जाओ. This is not a whiteboard where I will write right side and you are copying the left side. So you listen to what I am saying and write with me. Opening capital 50 lakhs likha. Interest on capital 3 lakh we have added. Net profit we have added. And drawings we will minus 60 lakh 70,000. Now we can do the balance sheet total. 60 lakh 70,000 plus 180 plus 11 lakh 40,000. Balance sheet total is 73 lakh 90,000. Tallying on both the sides 7390. What was the shortcut? We didn't prepare the trading P&L account. पूरा बनाया नहीं हमने trading P&L account. But balance sheet we prepared. Some errors were there in the profit that we rectified. Just check the whole problem. I'm here only. If you have any doubt, you can ask now only. पूछो, कोई डाउट है तो पूछो. Adjustment should be all clear to you. So like this now, if you read and come all adjustments, all opening entries and all, then we can do more problems. Trading P&L balance sheet के साथ we can do more problems. Even manufacturing account is there in your syllabus. That also we will do. One second. Yes. Final accounts problem will take time. We will do tomorrow. A chota problem we will do it now. 26th we have done, no? 27th will also take time. 28th is a small adjustment problem. We will do it now. It's nice. Sengupta and Company employs a team of 8 workers. It's a study material problem. I told you all the problems from my material followed by study material you have to do. These are some tricky problems, so I'm taking it here. Okay? Yeah. Tomorrow we will do advanced level problem for final accounts. और क्या करेंगे हम साथ में? Day after tomorrow, then we will take up the manufacturing account. ठीक है? So Sengupta and Co employs a team of 8 workers who were paid 30,000 per month each. At the end, at the start, the company raised salary by 10%, 33,000. On July 1, the company hired 2 trainees at salary of 21,000 per month. And the workforce are paid, quite different way they have given the data. फिर से पढ़ते हैं चलो. Sengupta and Co employs a team of 8 workers with a salary of 30,000. Now the company raised to 33,000. Yes. On July 1, the company hired 2 more trainees, 21,000, and they came in July. So 6 months salary we will give them. The workforce are paid salary on the first working day of every month. Yes, 1 month in arrears, so that employees receive the salary for January on the first day of the February. So now, how much salary you will put it in the P&L account? How much you have actually paid and how much is the outstanding. So first we will take simply, आप पे करो या नहीं करो, January to December this and July to December this will go to the P&L account. Yeah. Second bit they have asked is amount of salary actually paid. It's missing here. I will add it now. Second and third bit is also there here. Amount of salary actually paid and outstanding. मतलब तीनों पूछ लिया है. If salary for the year is 12, paid may be 11 and 1 will be outstanding. So you just have to show this calculation for a 5-mark problem. Final accounts is not over. Huh? Tomorrow whole class, I will start the class without any concept, directly problems. If you need any booster notes, you tell me. क्योंकि जो concepts पढ़ाया था वही booster notes ही हैं. So let us do problem number 28 now. साथ में करते हैं. A bit. Salaries for the year ended 31/12/2020. Salaries for the year ended 31/12/2020. Now, salary of 8 employees. 8 employees multiplied by 33,000. 8 employees, 33,000 multiplied by 12. Anyone in the class is having doubt? Till last year it was 30, now it is 33. 8 employees and for 12 months. So 8 into 33 into 12. 31,68,000. Now, salary of 2 trainees. 2 into 21,000 into 6, July to December. 2 into 21,000 into 6. 2,52,000. Total, which will go to the P&L account. Whether you pay or not, this will go to the P&L account. 34,20,000 salary will go to the P&L account. Is it easy? You all are having any doubt? Now they said 1 month is outstanding. October का आप November में पे करते हो तो December का January में. So if I say how much is the salaries paid for the year? This was salary for the year. Now salaries paid for the year. Paid for the year. कितना salary आप pay करोगे for the year? So to employees, 8 employees, 33,000, 11 months. 8 employees, 33,000, 11 months. 29,04,000. Yes, and last December months you will pay. I want all of you to write J to N, January to November. This is. Ma'am, what about December? December तो आप अगले बार पे करोगे ना? Last December, 8 employees, 30,000 1 month. Isn't it a superb knowledge? लास्ट ईयर तक आप 30 पे कर रहे थे, बट दिसंबर मंथ यू विल पे इन जनवरी. So 8 employees, 30,000 one month for December, and January to November you pay. Now this December you'll pay next time. Now the trainees. Trainees कितने हैं? 2 trainees, 21,000 into 5. 2 into 21,000 into 5. 2,10,000. That's it. Total salary paid. Shall I repeat? या clear है ये? Total salary paid. 33,54,000. 33,54,000. $33,000 के हिसाब से 11 months you have paid. 30,000 last month December का January में. Why did I take 30,000? Because till last year it was 30. If some of you are feeling it's over easy, I am repeating. We need to take care of all the students. I hope clear. And 2 trainees, they just joined in July. तो जुलाई का अगस्त, सितंबर, अक्टूबर, नवंबर, दिसंबर, 5 months. दिसंबर का जनवरी में पे करेंगे. Now, what is the salaries outstanding? On 31/12/2020. Normal, all the employees, 8 months into 33,000 into 1. 8 into 33,000 into 1. 2,64,000. 8 employees into 33,000 into 1. Trainees. 2 trainees. 21,000 into 1. 6 months I had to pay. 5 months I paid. 1 month is left. 42,000. Total karo. Total salary outstanding 3,06,000. Now you can see total salary outstanding is due minus paid. What was due for the total? 34,20,000. This was due. Now what is paid? 33,54,000. 34,20,000 minus 33,54,000. आंसर तो टैली होना चाहिए. One second. 34,20 is due and 33,54. 34,20,000 minus 33,54,000. Oh, it will not tally. Sorry. Wrong logic. Why it will tally? Only current years what you have paid will tally, no? आपने तो last year का extra भी तो pay किया है ना? You have paid 30,000 also, no? Only current years due and current years paid if you tally, you can tally. करना है तो एक्स्ट्रा लिख सकते हैं, बट जरूरत नहीं है. 3420 is for this year. Now only for this year you have paid 29 lakh 4,000 and you have paid 2 lakh 10,000. अब करोगे तो टैली होगा. करंट ईयर के लिए लास्ट ईयर का पे किया वो नहीं. 3 lakh 6,000. Not required. You can put it in box. This is extra. But I hope this is a beautiful logic. Did you all follow or not? How much is the salary due and how much is received? Salaries due, salaries paid, salaries outstanding. ठीक है? Okay, I hope now you are getting the grip on the language of accounts. I always say, like, we speak Gujarati, Telugu, Hindi, no? Like that, accounts is language. Did you get one new term today? Salary for the year. And salary paid for the year differs. Salary for the year, P&L account में जाएगा, pay किया या नहीं किया. Salary paid for the year, last year's paid, next year's advance paid, no? Income and expenditure, I will say cash and bank account mein jayega. So like this, revise and come all the adjustments, okay? And we will take up all the final accounts. One homework I wanted to give, of course, ab karna hi padega so that you are able to do it independently or not. This one, 25th problem. I know it is huge है, पर आप कर सकते हैं. एक-एक adjustments के साथ लिखो. Surely do it. Like, see, this is 12% adjustment in July. So you will take interest only for 9 months. Here also only 9 months. So outstanding prepaid के साथ अच्छा problem है. I am honestly saying, don't get scared. All these इतने सारे problems में adjustments नहीं आते exam में. हाँ, this level comes. What I did 26 now, no? This comes. But just try it once. करके तो देखो एक problem आ रहा है या नहीं आ रहा है. And yeah, what are these tables also? Look at this. Closing stock. What is the journal entry? Closing stock to trading account. Trading account credit करो closing stock में. So what are the one effect and two effect I have explained here? Read this, and this is also very nice. If you have given two effect, like this. If you have given one effect, take it in the balance sheet. Not always, huh? Like if you see depreciation or bad debt, if already data में से less हो चुका है तो सिर्फ P&L में जाएगा. Even depreciation, asset में से deduct करो, P&L में डालो. But if one effect you have to give, put it only in the P&L account. Okay, right. We are running short of time. One thing we can take extra now. A problem तो मैं नहीं कर रही हूँ because they are huge. We'll do it tomorrow. Okay, but one adjustments के साथ एक और concept था ना इसमें. Yeah, this one. Let me just explain because I've already explained you provision for doubtful debts, provision for depreciation, provision for discount. Any provision is a charge against the profit. This is just for you to read at home. I'm telling you the gist. And with this, you are giving BCom exam. So BCom में तो हर exam में ये question आता है. Distinguish between provision and reserve. Provision is a charge against the profit. P&L account debit to the provision for repairs. Actually, repairs is expenditure amount I cannot decide. So I have made a provision. P&L to provision for depreciation, P&L to provision for. So provision is a charge against the profit. Whereas reserves, once you get the net profit, can you put separately to some reserve? अलग-अलग reserve करके रखते हैं ना? Like, you know, in our home, whatever we earn, we segregate. Some let us put it for holidays. Some let us invest it in PPF. Some let us put it in share market. Do we do or not? Like that, reserves are appropriations out of the profit. Reserves. Reserves are like profit only, retained profit. So they signify significant amount of the reserves which are set aside. Based on this, just they have asked you, P&L account of the company is given. State which one of the above items are transfers to the provisions, which are transferred to the reserve. I hope you are getting. What is provision? Provision is a charge against a profit. And what are reserves? Reserves क्या है आपके? Out of the profit, what you get? Can you put something in the reserves? Yes, you can. So like this, provisions and reserves, this is also homework. ये पढ़ के आना है. I want to take partnership also, very in-depth and very huge. Okay? So for that, make sure you read and come this. इसको अभी solve करते हैं. You can do it in your book only. आपके बुक में ही कर लो. 1 second. Depreciation is 57,000, bad debt written of 21,000. So where will you put this? Depreciation. Will you transfer it to provision or reserve? Depreciation will go to the provision. Provision. Bad debt. Bad debt, where you will transfer the bad debt? Kahin nahi. Generally, you transfer it to the provision either, but abhi to kuch nahi. So third one, can I write the answer like this? This will go to A, transfer to provision, depreciation. Bad debt को कहाँ लेके जाओगे? Provision में या reserve में? Neither of it. So C, increase in the provision. A, provision में ही transfer करोगे ना, और provision. Proposed dividend. Once you get profit, you give dividend. It's like reserve. Transfer to reserve. And that reserve's name is reserve for proposed dividend. Retained earning, you transfer it to reserve. And liability for tax. Do you create a provision for the liability of the tax? Yes. So it is A. Check and ask me if you have a doubt. Depreciation, you will transfer it to the provision. Bad debts, this is like out of the way question. Ma'am, हमने कभी final accounts में ऐसा नहीं पढ़ा. I don't want to take chance. Along with my material, institute's material, hand-picked problems I am taking. कभी कभी इतने silly questions आ जाते हैं 5 marks के लिए, and don't lose marks, dear students. I failed at 196 aggregate. I know how tough it is to put 6 months more than. Depreciation, कहाँ लेके जाओ? Transfer to provision. Bad debts are written off against the provisions. C. Sorry, bad debts will not be written off against the provision. That will come directly to the P&L account. Increase in the provision. A. Proposed dividend. Proposed dividend I have given reserve, or you can write C also. Because once the dividend is proposed, it is paid. It has got nothing to do. Retained profit, you will take it to reserves. And liability for tax, of course, you have to create a provision. So just write in front of this A, C, B, A. I hope this is clear. Okay. Anyone wants me to repeat? Depreciation, you can actually write A and C both. If you have a provision, then take depreciation debit to provision for depreciation. If not, directly you can take it to the P&L account. Okay? Right. That's all for today's focused class on adjustments. prepaid, outstanding, so that when we do total income problem, we don't have to pause. And in partnership, final accounts adjustments are also there. Partnership rectification of errors is also there. Okay, right. That's all for today. Thank you so much for giving me this 2 hours of learning along with you all. Bye bye. See you all tomorrow. We'll continue the same topic.